Well, happy 2021, Internet. Let's start it off with a movie that I should have reviewed in 2020.
It's a ring.
The wolf ate a ring?
Maybe it was attached to something that tasted good.
What, like a finger?
Hunter x Hunter is directed by Sean Linden. It stars Camille Sullivan, Summer H. Howell, and Devon Sawa, and it tells the story of a family of trappers living remotely in the woods, and how their lives begin to completely unravel when they begin to believe that they're being hunted by a rogue wolf. This is a movie I knew nothing about going into it. I didn't even see a trailer. I just had heard that it was very, very good and that you should go in blind. And honestly, yeah, that is the best way to see this movie. Don't know anything about it going into it, because Hunter x Hunter really blew me away. And unexpected doesn't even begin to describe this film. Hunter x Hunter is a slow burn of a movie, and although it takes a long time to get going, I would never describe it as boring. It kicks off introducing you to these trappers, introducing you to their daily struggles and their way of life living on this unregulated land. They rarely deal with people, so outsiders are always approached with caution. They're forced to contend with the wilderness and other wildlife that threatens their game. And we get to see every single step of how they go about preparing these animals and how they go about skinning them, how they use every single part of them. And it's not only really, really fascinating to watch, but it also is going to introduce something that I'm going to call Chekhov's flaying. If someone teaches you to flay an animal in the first act, it must be utilized by the third act. And boy oh boy, the third act of this movie is something else. I won't dare spoil a thing, but I will say that the sudden sharp turn this movie makes complete sense while still being virtually unpredictable. The way this movie is structured, it intentionally only feeds you small pieces of information at a time, so that you're never able to see the whole picture until the very end. And boy, at the very end, when shit hits the fan, it hits the fan in a gruesome and violent way. The biggest weakness of this movie, honestly, is just whether or not you can stomach the very slow burn of the first two acts. There's still enough there to keep things tense and interesting, but if you're looking for a really high-octane, exciting horror movie, you might want to look somewhere else. But for those of you who can handle a slow burn with a really insane, violent third act, I think you'll get some really good content out of Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna say that it's solid. It's definitely worth at least one viewing, and it's a movie that is shockingly raw and real, and I was absolutely blindsided by it. I want to say more, but I can't. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. There's a Patreon link down in the description if you want to donate to this channel, help us grow, make new, better quality content for you all to enjoy. You can be like any of these cool people right here. I would really appreciate it. There's all sorts of cool new rewards, anything from access to my private Discord server where we have monthly movie watches to gifts sent right to your door. And if any of that interests you, please consider donating. I would really appreciate it, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I will see you all very soon.
Want to snag a wolf? You gotta outwolf him.